Guys, so I try to keep up with our random tarot card draw every day on our Facebook page over at the Cat and the Crow. But it occurred to us while we were, chatting, we decided that we didn't mind reaching a broader audience and sharing with others further afield. So I'm going to start doing these as YouTube videos, the way I do the crystal education videos. So today we're going to do our daily, and I admit it's not actually every day. I try and keep up with it as best I can, but some days we, get a little sidetracked. But I'm going to do our daily tarot card reading. I read tarot here at the Cat and the Crow, and we do offer decks and things, and we do try to help people when they buy a deck from us or whatever, if they need help with anything, we do try. So we figured, well, why not throw it a little further afield? We'll just see who joins us. That was the sound of the box from my tarot cards moving around, in case that was a weird noise for you guys. Today, I try and use different decks, but today we're going to use the Naked Heart Tarot. That's by Miss Julianne C. Wild. Sometimes it's a deck I've got the box for and I remember what it's called, and then sometimes it's just a random antique deck where I'm like, I don't remember what this one is, but this one I do know which one it is. And if you want to check out our older polls, that's going to be on our Facebook page over at the Cat and the Crow, Georgia. And there'll be, live videos that are, done already. But, alright, so this deck's a little stiff because it's a fairly new deck. It's not as new as the one we used yesterday, but it's a little bit stiff still. So I'm kind of trying to pre-mix here before I ring my bell to purify. Alright, that's a little better. Okay, so for those of you who aren't used to our daily draw, we do our bell as a purifier. Some people use sage, some people, clap their hands 3 times over their cards. Some people, purify their cards in other ways. Black salt in the boxes for them, or that kind of thing. It just depends on who you are and how you read and what kind of energy, back and forth you deal with. Since I deal with the public here, I use the most simple methods I can. I'll use incense smoke. I'll burn white sage incense, or I'll burn, some of my, dear favorite ones that, I love. And, I'll use my bell for sound cleansing. But again, I sage my area pretty regularly, and I do other, care and feeding kind of things over here to kind of keep out the weird energy that people might bring in, and to keep it, on a level playing field, so that when somebody comes to me for reading, they're going to get the most pure reading with their energy that I could possibly give them. So right now, since we're just dealing with, me drawing them, I'm just going to do the bell method. Again, you guys, if you read for people, especially a lot of people, and if you're doing online readings where there's a lot of transferred energy, you may, think of more like large quartz crystals in your area, selenite, kinds of things, heavy duty cleansing methods. But right now, since this is a deck that I don't usually use with the public, this is one of mine, the bell method will work just fine. And you can always message us over at the Cat and the Crow, Georgia, if you have any questions or need any recommendations as to how, you might be able to, cleanse or utilize your tarot space or your layouts or that kind of thing. We're always happy to help. All right, so 1, 2, 3. All right, so I'm gonna put my bell up over here. Okay, so now I'm gonna shuffle. And as I'm shuffling, I want to kind of think about some of the stuff that's going on for all of us, some of the more universal things, the solar flares, those kinds of things, but some personal stuff too. That way likely to get, you know, an answer that helps all of us out. Because that's the whole point of this is, you know, we kind of just want a health and temperature gauge on where we are today. And that's the whole point of these readings. And I will say this particular deck, the texture of the cards is challenging for me, but some of you guys who have this deck might really love it. For me, it just doesn't shuffle the best. But again, it's going to depend on, you know, it's a beautiful deck. I love the artwork. It's just difficult for me to shuffle because of that matte finish on the back of the cards. So it might take me a little longer than usual. That's nothing against the deck, and probably the more broken and it gets, the better it'll shuffle. So just got to be a little more patient with it than usual. So y'all bear with me. All right, let's see here. I'm gonna do this. And in case y'all can't see, I know I'm off camera with my shuffling because my shuffling is an absolute nightmare. And I don't want anybody to take any shuffling lessons from me. I'm a horrible shuffler. So, but that's what I'm doing off camera. I'm mixing these guys up in the messiest possible way. All right, so I got everybody shuffled, yay. All right, I'm gonna pull one off the top this time. When I do the public draws like this, sometimes it varies where I pull from, but today I'm gonna pull off the top. And we got the Sage, which since her deck's kind of a unique deck, I'm gonna use her guidebook for it. Sometimes, you know, I'll use kind of more of a universal deck that's not, you know, quite as specialized. In hers, I believe that the Sage stands in for what would normally be, let's see here. Again, I'm using her book, so bear with me. Because normally I use mine. And this one is going to be similar to, in a regular deck, it would be the Hierophant, I believe. Yep. So it's going to be similar to the Hierophant. So what I'll do is I'll give you her book's kind of meaning for it, and then I'll give you, you know, my footnote version in my book of what the Hierophant would normally be. Okay, so she wants you to know that you're supposed to make space for higher guidance, wise and trusted sources, and allowing to gain new perspectives. Needing to feel needed and heard, and in need of guidance to allow that. Connections to others, and let's see here, grounded and connected are keywords for this particular deck. And you know, you can always look up her full guidebook, but that's the distilled version. I'm not going to take forever reading you the whole thing, but that's the basics of it. And normally the Hierophant would be about teaching, learning, practicing. It's one of those things that you have to address things that you're avoiding, and you know, you're going to have to be very honest with yourself about what it is that you're trying to accomplish, and whether you're embracing things or whether you're creating challenges for yourself by avoiding them. Take a good hard look at your ideals and make sure that your behavior is reflective of those beliefs. Basically, you know, walk the walk and talk the talk. Don't just do one or the other. And your actions and behavior, if you're not sure how you're coming off, ask somebody you trust. Get some perception checking on that, because sometimes we can't see ourselves. You know, we see the reflection in our minds versus the actual reflection that should be in the mirror. So just be real honest. This is a card that talks about getting honest guidance and having honest judgment of your actions and yourself. And I'll show you the card. That's her Sage card, and like I said, in a normal deck that would be like we just talked about, it would be the Hierophant. So let's see, I think that's everything I have to share with you today. I do want to show you the backs of these cards, because even though they're hard for me to shuffle, they are beautiful. Some of the art in these are just drop dead gorgeous. So anyway, guys, have a great day. And, you know, keep on with your truth and keep on with your journey, because that's all tarot really is. It's a guidebook for your journey. You know, it's kind of, I like to think of it as a reality check. So there's your reality check for the day. All right, you guys have a great day, and we'll chat again soon. Bye-bye now.